Welcome to Spiritual Practices. I am Reverend Nancy Dibelius of the Upper New York Conference of the United Methodist Church. When Jesus gathered his disciples for the feast of the Passover, an argument arose among them as to which of them was the greatest. No one wanted to be considered the least. And at that moment, Jesus redefined greatness for his disciples and for us. He took a towel and a basin and lived out the Christian discipline of service. I have given you an example that you should do as I have done to you. Jesus did not simply mean that they should wash one another's feet. It was a symbolic gesture that invited them to be in service to one another. The practice of the discipline of service comes from a deep relationship with God. We serve out of whispered promptings and divine urgings. True service welcomes all opportunities to serve, no matter how small or how insurmountable they may seem. True service is offered simply and faithfully because there is a need. True service builds community. It draws, binds, heals, and builds. True service is a lifestyle, ingrained patterns of living, and therefore that requires practice. The practice of service generally addresses two different types of acts of compassion or mercy and acts of justice. We often find it easier to understand and practice acts of compassion. Jesus was pretty clear that we are to feed the hungry, clothe the naked, care for the orphans and widows. We donate groceries to the food pantry. We give clothing to the local mission shop. We help build houses for the homeless. We participate in volunteers and mission trips to help the hungry and the homeless. But acts of justice are not always as easy or as straightforward. We are invited to ask difficult questions like, why are there hungry people in the first place? Why is someone homeless? Why do people in third world countries struggle to move beyond poverty? These questions ask us to consider the social, political, and cultural structures that exist and that perpetuate a way of life that seems to contradict the life and way of Jesus. Issues of justice are complex. There are rarely simple solutions. Yet that is the invitation from Jesus, to participate in a world that seeks justice for everyone. Consider how God may be inviting you to participate in the discipline of service, in intentional acts of mercy, compassion, and justice.